Yo, what's up, young boys? Hey man, it's your boy T-Dog coming at you guys with another banger. A little bit of a different style of video here. I wanted to talk real quick about the Vince McMahon situation. The Vince McMahon situation, as you guys all know about the allegations my man has faced, the allegations he's going through. I'm gonna go right ahead and say it. They're true. Listen, I know innocent until proven guilty. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm really not trying to hear that. And the reason I'm not trying to hear that is because, you know, when you just have that feeling and you can kind of tell. Look, now growing up, I was a really big fan of wrestling. I actually got introduced into wrestling around the SVR days. I remember my first ever wrestling game. It's SmackDown versus Raw. And that's when I started getting into wrestling. That was my first wrestling game. I remember, really the video games got me into the sport. And ever since then I was hooked. I remember being absolutely terrified of the boogeyman. I remember feeling a lot of different ways, but one thing I really liked was wrestling. I just like wrestling in general, and I really got into it up until I grew up. No, I'm just kidding, but up until I was about like 16, when CM Punk left, I believe, that's when I really stopped watching. I think I was more so like 15 or 14, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Vince Kennedy McMahon, Vincent, if you will. We've all heard the allegations, and I just want to say, anyone that's acting like they aren't surprised or that they didn't see something like this happening, have you guys seen the storylines?
Bark like a dog. Come on, tell me you're sorry.
It's not a coincidence. It's not a coinkydink that he's always the evil mastermind weirdo, right? You know, oh, it's just acting, T-Dog, it's just acting. No, there's a lot of instances in which, just go back and watch some of the storylines that Vince was a part of or that he greenlighted. Like, for example, the one with Triple H and the, I'm gonna get demonetized talking about it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, I feel like a lot of people knew that aren't gonna say anything, and I think that Triple H's response to it, whenever he got questioned about it at the press conference, was absolutely terrible. He just said, there's a lot of good things going on right now, and I don't really want to entertain the negative. Let's focus on the good. They're my shovel. Triple H. That's literally his entire response, was let's focus on the positive. And I understand what he's saying, but most people in a situation like that would just say, I can't comment on that right now. Or the lawyers say we can't comment. No, he just said, let's focus on the good stuff. Yeah, the person that I'm pretty close with and literally related to and that has run this company for years and years and years has been accused of committing horrible acts against women and his employees and power tripping and doing awful things that I can't even say, that T-Dog can't even say on his channel, they're getting demonetized. Yeah. But let's focus on the good thing. That's the vibe I got from Triple H, and I just think it just wasn't a good look. Do I think Vince did all the stuff that he was accused of? I think so. I'm not gonna, I already did, but yeah, but can we really 100% say that he did it? No, not until it's proven. But you know, the hush money and the NDAs and all that, it's not a good look, bro. And it kind of puts like a weird light on a childhood delicacy, if you will. You know, we all have that stuff that we really liked as children that we don't like that much now. Like, I don't know, like peanut butter and jelly. Some people don't like. I still rock. No. I'll devour a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But people like love that stuff as kids. A lot of people don't like that now. That's kind of how I feel about wrestling. Like, I can still enjoy a little bit of wrestling. Like, you know, the Tribal Chief. I can enjoy that, but I don't really watch it anymore. I might get back into it. There are some good storylines, but to me, the situation is simply like a, you know, kind of taints the childhood thing, because you wonder all the, like, how many more women, you know, did Vince McMahon do this to? How many of your favorite women's, or even deep back then, diva superstars that you really were a fan of as a kid, for probably the wrong reasons, how many of those people were, you know, exploited by Vince McMahon? So I'm not gonna say too much because not that much has come out yet in regards to obviously his innocence or if he did it or if he didn't. But I just want to say my first reactions are, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly being like made from dog meat or something. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's how I feel about it. Because I'll be honest, man, wrestling was a big part of my childhood, bro. I used to fiend for it. I never really got to watch it on pay-per-view though, but I think it was Monday and Friday at that time. I don't know if it's still that, but it was Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown all the time. I think pay-per-views were always on Saturday. I stopped watching around the time that the network came out. But yeah, huge fan, played all the games, and it just sucks, man, because it's like, man, I wonder, like, how many people did Vince do that to? But y'all let me know your thoughts, how you feel about it. Are you surprised? Because me, I'm not exactly surprised. I kind of thought he was a weirdo, but that's just my opinion. I mean, you never know. I appreciate you guys for watching. Comment down below, like it if you like this new style of video. It's your boy T-Dog, and I'm out.